Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore, and this is a true review video where we discuss, well, just a review of a game I've played on my channel and that I want to just talk about and provide a review for without the gameplay mixed in during the video at least. You can check out the gameplay videos themselves for that aspect of it. Today I'm going to talk about the game Limbo. Limbo is different. A lot of games where they don't give you background information, tell you what's going on, for a lot of games that can be a death sentence because it's hard to get into that. Limbo does give you things, but it doesn't. It doesn't give it to you verbally. Limbo and Limbo, I think, is successful because it does give you something, but it leaves a lot up to interpretation. But it gives it to you. What it does give you, it gives to you through the gameplay itself, the atmosphere, the world. There's this huge thing. The name is suggestive of being kind of in between life and death, maybe, and kind of like a purgatory state. And there's that black and white element to it that helps create a complete atmosphere of things aren't right, but you're somewhere, but it's not the world we know. And that becomes more and more obvious as the game progresses and things get stranger and stranger. Going from a forest to with like giant spiders and other weird junk to a city and kind of a factory setup where and everything seems designed to kill you. And I really like the puzzle aspects of the game. It's all doable, but you have to think. You have to figure out how to do it. And it takes some skill, practice, and you will die almost certainly. And probably in some rather interesting ways. Uh, but while it never gives you any story in a literary sense or even a verbal sense, it gives the idea of there's something going on. It gives through the what you see, the scenes and everything. It gives you enough to kind of create your own story, and that's something I found very interesting with this game is that it toes that line between giving you enough and not enough. A little less information, the game would flop as being what's the point. While if it gave you more information, it would probably lose some of its magic as well because it would be too obvious. It would become a message rather than a story. And I think that's one of the things I really liked about the game. It was the atmosphere and everything created a world that you were able to get into without being told about it. You were just put into it. And that's a very hard thing to pull off. I'm rambling a little bit about that aspect. Color scheme, black and white. I thought that was very fitting for the game in general. If it had done color, I don't know if it would have worked so well for that game. It's the setting of the game, the color scheme built on that, and or added to it, or perhaps the game itself built on the color scheme. I'm not sure which way to go with that one, but it made a difference. Soundtrack, the strangeness of the world, all all gives you something to think about, to question. What might I not like about that game? That's a tough one. What would I not like about Limbo? Perhaps because it is as short as it is, and the way it tells you and gives you so little, I wouldn't mind the game being longer and giving a bit more, but only a little more. There didn't seem to be a. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the ending now. I don't believe there was as much of a conclusion as I would have liked in some cases. It's like, okay, what just happened? But it's not like, oh, okay, happy ending, sad ending. It's a, I'm not sure what just happened here. And so maybe a touch more clarity would make it better, but only a touch. Just enough to make a clear ending. But then maybe that would take away from the magic of the game as well because of that ambiguity making it its own magical nature of the for you decide whether it's a happy ending or not. Otherwise, mechanic wise, controls are simple. The puzzles, like I said, are all solvable. You can get through the game, but some of it does require skill. You have to figure out timing, and it it takes work. But it's I think they found the right balance there between difficult and doable. And the Easter eggs are fun little things to find too. They make you have to go a little out of your way, work around things a slightly different way than you might think to. Pull that little hidden lever that is barely visible. Drop to get those little golden egg things. And though I'm not quite sure what the point of the secret of that final secret is, because I'm not aware of it changing the ending at all. But it just gives you a different path with a bigger challenge. So it's kind of you can say, "Hey, I did it." But so maybe that's something I would like to see is a certain change brought about by that. A lot of games do the whole, secret, the true ending. And some people don't like that. But with something like that, with that Easter egg and how it played out, I would like to see some change. Something that plays out a little differently because you did that extra bit. And maybe there was something I had missed. But I don't believe there was, as far as I recall. But all that, despite the ambiguity of it all, I give Limbo a solid 9 out of 10. It was enchanting. It was enjoyable. It was certainly stressful at times too when you're being chased by a bunch of guns and saws and you have to keep running and jumping and you're in the complete dark. There was one part in the Easter egg area where you're in the complete blackness. You have to find a little ledge, and it's a pain in the butt. But at the same time, I really liked it. It was enjoyable. And it made you think. And I think that's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to make you think, to question, to exercise those brain cells. And it was all in all a good experience, enjoyable and fun. And I think that's all I can really say about it right now. But thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment below. Share your own views and insights into the game. What do you think about it? What did you like? What did you not like? And, maybe we can have some fun discussion about it. I don't know. I know the developers for this game have made another one. Have made a different game, not a Limbo 2, but just a different game, but with similar mechanics and story, like that vague story setup. I haven't played that one. I don't believe I have it yet, but I would like to play that one someday just to go into it because it looked like another strange game from what I've seen of it. And so yeah, I hope to see more from these developers and to explore their world. I kind of wonder whether they're second game is connected to the world of Limbo at all or not, or whether they're separate. If I remember correctly, the second game actually has color. So, different. And yeah, I don't know how it's all going to play out. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found this review helpful. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below like I said, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.